Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. It's amazing how you just put everything in place, and when it's time to hit the ground running or hit the ground at all, technology comes at you with all sorts of stuff. So I'd like to apologize for starting this kind of late and of the way things have gone. This is Shola Rogers live from Lagos, Nigeria. And on that note, once again, I say please forgive us for the mix up and the delays and all the technical issues, but everything seems sorted now. And without further ado, without further delay, I am extremely excited. I'm containing my excitement, actually, trust me, because anytime we come across people like the man in the studio right here, right now, in front of me, you come across people who are excelling in what they do, people who are gifted, people who are talented, and who are not holding back on their talent. They are the kind of people that you want to celebrate and hand them their flowers, and also create a platform and do whatever it has to do. Because right here, for the first time ever anywhere in the world, I make bold to say that we have the amazing Oma Emina in the building.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. Yo, what's up is kind of subdued, and I get it. It's been an interesting day.
I'm so, I don't know, I'm so shy. I never know what to say when I get, I don't know, praise like this. I'm like, is it me? But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Boom Radio since 2020. They've been big supporters of my work, and so I'm just ecstatic to finally just be here, really. Such an honor.
It's also something that cuts both ways, because being the person behind that amazing piece of work, pieces, and the other stuff that you've done nothing at all,
Yeah.
is an honor for us to have you in the studio. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about Oma Emina,
Yeah.
the artist. First things first, is that your stage name or is that your real name?
It's both. It's both. When we were starting out, wanted to find a name that was very unique. So we're going to go with just Omar. But it's a very common name. And so we didn't want a situation whereby years later we'd have to change the name and risk
Like
that.
a couple of artists have had to do.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't want to have that situation. And so, like, you know, your name is your name, you know, and so we just chose to pick my name, which is basically my first name and my surname. And so, yeah.
So,
Oma Emina.
So Oma is your
My
first
yeah,
name?
and Emina is my surname.
For real though?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. So obviously Oma Emina is Nigerian.
Yes, it is. Delta.
All right, Delta State. Delta State in the building. Shout out to everybody from Delta State.
Repping.
Is repping Delta live in Lagos,
Yes.
Nigeria. Now, Omar, let's quickly talk about how you got into music. Everybody got into music through the church. Are you also going to toe that line?
I will say that the first memory I have of me singing and knowing that I could sing was when I was give or take 5, 6. I was my mother was a very, very big fan of Women of Faith, and it was Trading My Sorrows on TV. And I remember singing, and my auntie was ironing in a corner of the room, and she was just looking at me like, okay, yeah. But really, short story cut shorter. I'm a law student. I am. And I was doing very well. I am doing very well as a law student. But in 2020, like many people, the pandemic kind of struck me different.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to sit back and just really think about it. I was, you know, winning competitions, you know, grades were good, but I realized I like being good at law, but I don't like law. And I think there's a difference to that.
Dear mommy and daddy, please tune away now.
No, but really.
But how do your parents feel about your passion, your talent?
I think they respect it. I think that's the word to use. Sometimes they're a bit confused as to what it means and to what opportunities it can provide realistically.
Yeah.
But they respect it as long as I respect their desire for me to finish school. So with Nigerian parents, always give and take. Yeah.
That paper.
Exactly. And which it's not a problem for me. So it's not been. I know most people say it's hard, but in my experience, thankfully, it's not been very difficult.
They've been supportive?
Yes, they have. They have not financially, no.
But at least they're not stopping you from
No.
doing music.
I mean, I'm here, right? And they know I'm here.
Yeah. You spoke to your mom a couple of minutes ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, you're listening to Boom Radio NG, reaching you live from Lagos, Nigeria. Live in the building, Oma Emina, amazing singer, songwriter, producer, everything that I call him, and then some. But again, so you're a law student, um, then the pandemic strikes, you're home, everybody's on lockdown, and you got busy with music.
I did.
Before that time, been in one or two musical
Yeah.
presentations and competitions and stuff,
Yeah.
and it went well.
Yes.
People like, this guy can sing,
Yeah.
right? This guy can sing. Everybody knows that.
Uh-huh.
But had you been writing songs before that time?
Yes, I wrote my first song when I was give or take 13.
Do you still have that song?
Yes, I do. But actually,
But you're not going to release it like that if you ever do. You're going to tweak it.
I don't know. So the thing is, before 2020, I never wrote my songs on beats. So it was just like
It's
everything,
just
the melody,
lyrics
everything, and melody was from my head. So all those early songs are really just very bare a cappella. Yeah, but I used to write songs, but I was typically more known for my singing, not necessarily as a songwriter. So I would go and perform at places and they'd be like, "Oh my god, this guy can sing," and I would do "Set Fire to the Rain" by Adele, and I'd be like,
you would
Yeah.
sing that song.
"Set Fire to the Rain." Oh yes, that's my jam. That's my jam.
For real?
In my sleep, I can.
Drop a line of that.
I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it.
He did a line. I thought he was going to do two.
Nope. No, but I really like the song.
So you like Adele a lot.
Yes.
Would you say she was one of your influences, or the kind of artist that shaped you in a way?
Yes.
I know you like Taylor Swift a
I adore
lot.
her. I adore her.
Tell me about the Taylor Swift influence.
So I think my career is structured, leaving Nigerian artists who I love and adore out of it. I think internationally my career is kind of structured across a lot of different artists. So Taylor Swift for the songwriting. For my artistry, it's really important to me that I write my songs, that I tell my stories, because I think people like me need to hear those stories. For Adele, I kind of try to tap her timelessness, how her songs can live and cut across generations. You know, being an upcoming artist is very, it's difficult.
It's tough.
And so I tried to look at, for example, Lady Gaga and how she persevered. She went through. I mean, she tried to act for 7 years and it didn't work out. You know, and she kept on going, and you know, so really it's just across many places. But I think Adele's influence for me was very much about my vocals and how I could emote. Yeah, and my song's playing now. It's nice. Yeah, Taylor for songwriting, Adele for vocals.
All right. So and those are foreign artists right there.
Yeah.
That you kind of like look up to and you've learned from.
Yeah.
What about Nigerian artists? Who are your influences in the Nigerian music industry?
I would say that, and this is a personal opinion, but I think everyone should have this opinion, right? I'm just kidding, but I think Asha is the greatest lyricist in contemporary African music. I think she's ridiculously good lyrically.
She is.
Bed of Stone is my favorite African album of all time. Wow. I think Two-Face was able, or Tubaba now, pardon me. I think he was able to combine just great storytelling, great lyricism with commercial appeal, which in Nigerian space can be kind of rare.
He's been able to balance it.
Yes, something typically has to give, you know, for commerce. It has to be very repetitive, you know, you have to, you know, but with Two-Face, you know, there were a lot of words, lyricism, just very well put together, but still really danceable.
And he kept the artistry going.
Yes.
You know, the music aspect of things and all of that. That's why you like him.
Yeah, I really respect
So
that.
would you be Oma Emina, the guy who likes to play with the live band?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Acoustic performances are very important to my music because there's an intimate feel it gives to my songs. So for example, my music is characterized by a lot of production, right? I'm a big fan of just big production generally. So for me, a live performance would be an opportunity to just strip it back and pull the fans in. As opposed to the same thing where there's a backing track and you just do the same thing again. So a different experience. That's what you're selling at shows.
And that way you connect with friends,
on a different
the
level.
lovers of real good music. Would you say that the recent global acclaim that Nigerian music has received is something that we deserve, we worked for, or it just happened?
Oh no! It's very intentional. This is decades in the making. So many people have walked so we could run now. I mean, things that people are doing. Fireboy has a song coming out with Madonna tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Madonna, the queen of
There's
pop.
going to be Oma and Justin Bieber.
Amen, amen, amen.
On Friday.
Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah, you mean Omale. I'm
Omale.
sorry. Yeah.
No. Your Oma is Taylor Swift. Don't worry. You're doing From my lips to the ears of the gods, it's Taylor Swift featuring Omale.
It's happening.
Oma Emina, or Oma Emina featuring Lady Gaga, or Oma Emina featuring Adele. It's happening now. You see, we can say these things now.
Yeah, but
if you said it a few years ago, people would think that you were
not really, but it's happening. It's happening. You just have to reach out and do it. You know, Rema and Chris Brown, Omale, as you mentioned, and Justin Bieber, Fireboy, Madonna. It's like the possibilities are endless.
Exactly.
So we can dream with the prospect of possibility now.
So it was not something that happened overnight.
No.
All the controversy, especially from someone like Shoutouts saying Nigerians are not doing this and that, he didn't understand the work that went into this, did he?
Well, I don't know. I can't comment on Shoutouts' comments.
Yeah.
Because I don't know his perspective. I don't know Ghanaians' lived reality regarding our music. So I would just
No. I'm not speaking Ghanaians because the lot of Black Sherif, Sarkodie, a lot of them are artists that we play on a regular. But the kind of music he plays, we don't play it here. That's the truth. What kind of respect, what kind of airtime were you going to get? That's the honest truth. Being a radio person, it's going to be rare. How many reggae artists do we play in Nigeria that are Nigerian now?
But shouldn't that change, don't you think?
It should change, but it has to be done deliberately. I'm talking about the work that has to go into it. For instance, some radio stations are known from some genre of music or some style of music, and if you talk to them, and they'll tell you they can't change because they will lose their audience. So we get that. So that's why there's Classic FM for older people. There's Cool FM and Beat FM for younger people.
Exactly.
You get. And on which of those platforms are you going to play some particular on Boom Radio? We play country music. We have a 1 hour country music show twice a week on this station. We have EDM for like 6 hours on different times of days. You get. So I am an advocate for music, and that's what Boom Radio also is about. We have Rap Attack, we have Jazzy Boom, we have all of that. But it's not about us now. Let's focus on you and the music. But I'm just trying to say that you're a music person and you acknowledge what the people in front of you have done.
Definitely.
But if you're going to work with any of those artists, like if you really were putting together an album now, which you would do soon anyway, you have 2 singles out now. But on your album, who are your ultimate collaborators?
On
Because
the African space,
you never can tell. Anywhere, home and abroad.
So definitely Asha. Asha. And I know because my namesake, it will be interesting, but I really, really would like to see what perhaps me and Omale
would do. You know, like Oma Emina and Omale on the same song.
I would like us to address that in the song, kind of like a pun or some kind of wordplay.
Which Oma with this one? My Oma.
Yeah, you know that meme where they're like Spider-Man and they're like,
I would like it. I would like that. I would like that.
So that would be cool. So like that's like on the Nigerian scene. So like the previous generation
and Africa, on the African continent.
Generally, let's see. So I am a very, very big fan. I think everyone from my generation is, if they remember, Awilu Lugumba.
Yay!
I think they are just
Ofega
very good. Exactly. I think that's very good. But their genre is so, it's just so, sweet. And Nasty C.
Respect to Nasty C. It's always dropping hit after hit after hit.
Quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
At times you're like, is this guy African? Because this guy is that good. He's that good. So shout out to Nasty C and SA and everybody dropping good music. And so let's talk about Pieces. Pieces. Let me up the volume a bit. Let's talk about this song. So, what's the story behind this? Because it's a nice song, up tempo, but the lyrics.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like Tiwa said, this won't be another heartbreak song.
Yeah.
So it sounds like an heartbreak song.
Okay, so fun fact. I just want to say fun fact. I haven't listened to this song in 5 months.
Really?
Yes, I have this. I think it's an artist thing. I can't listen to my music. I don't know
Is
why.
it is the thing that chefs do too when they cook and they're like they can't eat what they cook?
Yeah, I
And
don't
all of
know.
that.
It's weird. I'm trying to change it though. But so another fun fact: pieces isn't about me.
Okay. Well, someone's
Yes.
experience.
Yes, someone else's experience. And so I like to. I'm that friend that will kind of nose around in your
Does the
business.
person know?
Yes, yes, yes. They'll kind of like. I'll kind of like ask you. So you're
Did-
going through this.
So does he or she like the fact that you made that into this beautiful song?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I get trolled. You know, he's one of my best friends, so I get trolled for it from time to time. Like, you use my G's right song, that sort of thing. But I mean, it's like it's for a good cause, you know. So I'm that guy. It's known now. If you're going through like a hard time, you know, I'll just be like, what's happening now? And in my mind, I'm taking notes because like this could be good material, that sort of thing. But really,
Remind me to not share anything
no,
with you.
it's for everybody's good. You're
Yeah,
doing it for
really.
the world, don't
Really.
just me. Get. So I'm not going to call your name. I'm very discreet. But
Alright.
he was going through a hard time. So short story called Shoutout, he had been in a year. He had been in like 5 situationships.
In a year.
Yeah. He was just kind of running through, and
Oh, yeah.
none of them were working out because they kept on complaining of that he was emotionally distant and not very available.
So he probably hadn't healed from the first heartbreak,
No,
and
it was he
it
kept
was a rebound
Exactly.
effect and all of that.
that sort of thing, and he wasn't he kept on being very defensive to all of the women, like, oh, it's not my fault, this is not, and I thought, how about you just tell the truth? You tell them I'm broken, not bent,
Wow.
I tell them
Wow.
what is obvious, but admit
The
it.
truth.
Take responsibility, some accountability for what's happening. So it's kind of like it's a breakup song, but for once, I think he was doing what was best for the women by letting them know this is my state of mind right now, as opposed to just promising the world in the beginning.
So did he take your advice?
Well,
You're not sure.
I don't know. I can't speak on that.
Okay, he's not gonna tell. So, but we get it. It's a beautiful song. So apart from that real life experience, what was the production process like? Everything about this song just speaks of quality.
Well, I think quality comes with a lot of hard work, because this song, I spent, and it seems extreme, but literally I spent about 3-4 months
To put this song
putting it together, because I
agree.
had the beats, right, but it was very sparse, very mellow initially, and I wanted to make what I like to call a sentimental banger.
Right.
So I wrote the lyrics and everything, but it was important to me that they add extra production. So that's where like a bit of the EDM comes in towards the bridge, the breakdown, like.
Yeah.
So I had to send it over for extra production, and then the mix took a
Took
lot
a
of
while,
time,
yeah.
because there were so many elements, and then you
For
have
them
my
to
voice,
The mix down. And all.
so like just to have it as balanced as possible, I guess. So it took some time, but I'm happy with what
The end product.
we came up with. It was my debut, so yeah.
All right. Talking about your style of music, you call it pop music,
Yeah.
because that's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
But you're African, so people tend to say Afro pop and all
No,
of
it's
that.
not.
No. I'm coming with
Yeah.
something. People say Afro pop. They'll come Afro rap, Afro this. And what do you think about putting Afro in every genre? Why can't we just leave it as it is? Electronic dance music is electronic dance music. Why do we have to add the Afro this and Afro that to the genres of music that we're playing?
Well, I think
Because we're not really creating anything new. Every piece of music you play already exists and falls into a certain category.
true, but again, I think I understand where it comes from. So as a continent, especially in the entertainment scene, we're trying very hard to kind create and distinguish ourselves right now. You get, so everybody's trying to export. The mission is Afrobeats, right? The mission is Africa to the world.
Yeah.
So you can't. If you say you're making pop music, for example, I wouldn't classify music as Afropop, because what I make is pop. It's just
Yeah.
what it is. But if you say you're making pop music, for example, and you are, give or take, let's say, who's an Afropop star? Let's say Oxlade.
Yeah.
perhaps, and your Oxlade, even playlists are going to divide. So they're not going to put you on the same playlist as Taylor or Gaga, because they somehow feel like it is less. Do you get? Your music is not as same type of pop.
That's my problem.
Do you get? So you kind of, it's kind of building your own table. So if I can't fit into like pop, then I'm going to make Afro pop, and have my own playlist and my own situation. So I think that's the thing. But of course, it goes overboard. You have people coining all sorts of genres, which in my opinion is I'm like, okay, but
Afro rap, rap this.
yeah,
That.
but well, everybody do you. I can't dictate anyone's
Look,
sound.
so regardless of the nomenclature or
Yeah.
the brand or whatever you create, at the end of the day, the music is going to the world. What's your thought on the penetration into what seemed like an impossible market, the U.S. market, the U.K., Canada, and all those major music markets?
I think it's finally our time. Right? I think it's been a long time coming. Everybody has had their moments in the sun, dance hall, reggaeton. Everybody's just been there. Sean Paul did it, and Luis Fonsi, that Yankee, Despacito. But now, finally, it's Africa's turn and Africa's time. I think
We're
it's
headlining shows.
yeah, wireless. I mean, I think Arasta is scheduled to do wireless. Soon. Thames is headlining a show in the US. Fireboy just
Whiskey
finished.
is doing a couple of shows in the summer.
It's crazy and it's
We're packing out the O2 in the UK,
You-
which
you
is a
know.
massive venue.
It's
Bonner is packing out stadiums in France,
yeah, European countries.
other European countries, and all that's a big deal right there.
It's again for me. What's really important is it shows possibility. So it's not like, as you were saying a while ago, it's not like maybe say 5-10 years ago people would look at you funny like,
What are you talking about?
just sit down in Nigeria, Joe. But now younger people like myself, you can dream and you can get there if you put in the work, if you strategize. It's possible, and I'm so happy for that.
All right, Oma Emina wrote pieces based on a true life experience,
Yeah.
but nothing at all. Let's talk about your second single, Nothing at All. What about that?
So pieces is about a friend of mine, and nothing at all is about me.
Right.
Basically, and this is hard to talk about in a sense, but nothing at all basically is about someone I really felt deeply for, who was not ready to commit much of themselves back to me.
Right.
So I was willing to go above and beyond for this person because I felt like I had found. I don't say the person in
The-
sense
the
like,
right
like,
one.
No, but like, that's an exaggeration. But like I thought I'd found something good and someone good, and they are. But the frequency of affection was just not the same, and I found out a bit too late.
And you had already committed.
yes,
to
I
this.
had. I had invested and whatnot, and so they were kind of telling me, I'm going to be like this with my time, and I'm not going to. They were kind of appropriating. So it was like they were being with me in their convenience. In their spare time or whatnot. And I was like, no, I've waited. So like, there's a part in the second verse where I said, you see, I've waited too long to settle for too little. I've turned out too many people. I mean, I'm a spec now.
Let me turn up Nothing at All for a
Yeah,
bit.
sure.
My life is a movie. You see, I want everyone, but the ones that could possibly want me. Hey, I don't wanna settle.
So
Yeah.
that is a beautiful song.
Thank you. Thank you very
It's
much.
a beautiful song, and for all the people who like good music out there, Oma Emina is on all the social platforms. You can get him on Apple Music, on Spotify, on YouTube. Please go subscribe to Oma Emina on YouTube. He has his material there, and you're gonna be doing a whole lot more lately and all of that.
Definitely.
So 2 songs, within the space of 2 years. That's what you've done, right? What kind of support structure do you have? Record label or one-man show at the moment? You have a team? Because you said you use a lot of we's and this. So let's talk about your support system.
So I have nothing official at the moment, right? Because I think if you're signing documents and whatnot, there has to be like in place something to technically share. Right now there isn't. But I have so for example, I work with a media company called TXT, right?
Right.
And their founders have been very, instrumental in my process.
Wow.
So shout out to Corey.
Please go ahead and TXT. Can you say
Yeah,
that?
TXT Mag. So follow them on Twitter.
TXT Mag, like
yes.
the letter T, the letter X, and letter T
Yeah,
again.
TXT Mag on Twitter and Instagram. So shout out to Corey, shout out to Ini, and also my very first manager, who was, during the lockdown when it all started, he was there with me. He was the one that
The whole process.
every song, the first recording I ever did in the studio, he kind of, we pulled resources together to make that happen. So that's
Wow.
for AYKD. He's the
Where's
um,
AY now?
so there's I don't know, he is the I think it's safe to say founder of Turntable Charts.
Oh, I know about Turntable Chat.
Yeah, it's
Those
kind of
guys are doing good.
exactly, it's kind of like the Billboard equivalent.
Yeah,
right.
they're doing good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Forbes just mentioned them in an article.
Yeah,
recently.
they're doing good. I'm actually looking at working with them. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, they it was such a brilliant dude. So like these really these three men have been instrumental. There's Corey, there's Ini, there's AY. Corey, yeah, they've just been great. And of course my friends my friends who I write songs about, and my friends who listen, because I'm so obsessive. I send them random voice notes and clips. So I think this is like a general shout out to Laolu and Juwon and Akinka. Oh my god, I'm going to leave people out. This feels like a Grammy speech.
And you're going to get into trouble.
Yeah. But like, see, I love everyone I send my songs to, and everyone that has taken the time to listen. Steven, thank you so much.
What kind of critique have you gotten that has helped you? Because it's good to have a support system, but people think that support system is about always saying
yes. It was
yes.
wonderful. I hate it because I think it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So, for example, yesterday I was watching Nigerian Idol, and you have people there who need work. I'm not going to say that they can't sing. There's nobody nobody can say that, but they need work. But they think that the best thing is sliced bread.
Yeah.
And that's because people have told them that the best thing is
When
sliced
you can
bread.
sing, oh.
I'm just trying out. So I think it's important to tell the truth. I think you can tell the truth and encourage at the same time.
Isn't it better you tell your friend the truth at an early stage than you allow him go make a fool of himself on national TV? Because at times I see some of those auditions and I'm like, I get it. This is the comic angle to things. Because
I feel very bad as a dreamer myself.
Like, really, why did nobody tell you that you should just keep your singing to the bathroom?
Again, you never. But you see, so Shola, that's the thing. You never know.
Yeah.
Every single person that is someone has been told no at some point. I think Niniola did Project Fame at some point, and she was turned back.
Yeah.
And then she had to come back or go.
I think Yemi Alade did a couple of reality shows.
Yeah. Everybody was told no.
Timmy Dakolo actually put himself up.
Yeah. And
Oma Umi was second or third or something.
Yeah, she came. I think she was run up to Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are people that actually get better.
Yeah.
I know someone who was just terrible. 5 years back, and now
massive.
Now, I mean, sure, there are people that are never going to be able to sing as well as Celine Dion. But hard work really matters. I don't watch football, but they keep on talking about how Ronaldo, it's hard work. I don't know, I can't give
the guy
context.
Doesn't play around.
But hard work pays, and if you put in the work, yes, I just think you can encourage your friend,
get the results.
Yeah, to do the hard work, and at the same time tell them where they are at, so they can appreciate where they will be eventually.
Right, I like that. That sounds very philosophical. You're almost going to sound like aspire to perspire, retire then backfire.
No.
Okay, so how many songs have you written? How many songs do you have?
As at last count, about 84.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Written?
Yes.
84?
Yeah.
Your album is ready.
Yeah. My friends like to joke that I have like 3 albums of material. 84 by Man Overthinker, which is why I just released 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I'm trying to change that this year.
So I remember when Bobby Brown was asked this in the early 90s too, and he said he had over 300 songs written, and he had just cut it down to 100 and something, and he actually did come up with the Umping Around album.
Yeah.
I think there were 18 or 19 tracks on that album or so. So you have been working. You're not playing around.
No.
You're writing songs and everything, and you're inspired by the people around you, real life experiences and everything. So the album is ready. But what's next for Oma Emina? 2 singles out there. What's next?
Solidify. So first of all, I am. I think before I'm an artist at my core, I'm a songwriter. So I'm writing a lot of songs for established acts. Right, I'm not going to say anything because it's hush hush. But yes, I'm doing that this year, and I hope to release a lot more singles
This year?
Right? Yeah, this year at
Wow.
least 3.
This
right?
year.
Yeah, except one
Milk it.
yeah, extensively milk that
Oma
to
Emina.
help them through
You know,
that
like
process.
guys, let me show you another way,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like a metaverse kind of thing where things might be messed up here, but in my world, we
Yeah.
can make it beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, we're still talking with Oma Emina right here, and he's dropped 2 singles already. We played those songs extensively on this station. We played Pieces. We played
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all, and we're still playing Nothing at all, just in the background for you guys to listen to. But almost going to be dropping at least 1 single this year, but we know it's 3. It doesn't have a choice because it doesn't. We'll call it Oga
You said
Alpha now.
you
6
said
months to
three,
go.
oh.
6 months to go. It's only one you've dropped there. We don't want to hear that. All right. So, if you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
Voice. The voice is an instrument.
If you were not a
The
voice, what would you be?
Uh,
What's your favorite musical instrument?
So it varies. All right. So the instrument I respect the most would be there are 3. I won't say all 3. So the
You can say all 3.
Yeah.
We said more, but we will allow you to say 3.
Thank
It's
you,
fine.
Thank you so much. So the instrument I like to write on the most by far is the guitar.
Right.
It's just gets me going very quickly. The instrument I like to sing on is the piano,
Wow.
right, or the keyboard, and the instrument that just I will cry if I hear a flute. I will burst into tears.
Really?
Because Titanic, that whole the soundtrack is just like yeah, it's like a flute and whew. Yes. So one fun fact, one of my songs this year, which is one of the favorite songs I've ever written, has a flute in it. So yeah.
So
That's
your